Boom, we are live, and look at that. I've got cameras everywhere now. Can you see me, Scruff Dog? How you doing? I'm right there with you on fumigating the place. Ooh, I gotta be cautious. That's very... Can I sit this way? Oh my god. There's like one blind spot on my whole desk. There's one blind spot on my whole desk. But look, I've got a nice side view over here for you guys. There's a little bit of lag, so I apologize for the camera lag. I don't know how to fix that. But it is what it is. So let me show you what I've got in front of me, Scruff, because this is going to be for tomorrow's stream. I don't know if you'll be busy or not, but if you happen to miss that one, what I'm going to be doing, we started... I'm going to get this in view of the top camera. Hold on. Bring you down. So we started with this. We changed, we flipped the diodes around. We changed the transistors around. And of course, we're using a different LED. And then another thing we ended up doing, we breadboarded the original, tested it back and forth. And then, of course, we started with a resistive mixer. That was actually really funny. It was not the greatest. Focus. Thank you, Autominion. And then we made the first prototype, which turned out to be really good, but not near as bright. This one uses the 2N2222. And so we upgraded for the final revision to the S9014 right there in front of me. So those finally made it in. So we now have the control modules. As soon as it focuses, there we go. We have that control, and that will sit on the back with the knobs and switches on the back of this. And funnily enough, I actually had somebody tell me to put the switches above the knobs for, like, whenever you go to turn it on and off, sometimes your hand drops and you hit the switch to turn it back off. And I'm like, that's a really good idea. So I put the switches up top, so when you turn it on, if you drop your hand, you don't hit the switch and turn it right back off. And because this is for my kids, that's likely to happen. So those are those modules, and I'm excited. I'm waiting on some of these, wherever they are. They are in the camera view eventually. These barrel connectors, I'm waiting on an order of these. They should be here tomorrow. But today, we're going to put together something that shouldn't be here. Something that should not be here. This was tomorrow's stream. Let me put this somewhere. So, I don't know if you guys know anything about the modulation station. Probably be here, have a reminder. Cool. So, if you note, I've already blacked out the important information, but if you take a look, it says in blurry, I'll pull it down. It says Modulation Station Quad LFO PCB panel set. Now, there's 4 PCBs, there's a mixer PCB, and then there's the face panel. It's like 6 PCBs, or 7. I think it's 6. 4 for the oscillators, 1 for the mix board, and 1 for the panel. It's 6. Well, it's a big Bessie, right? So they sent me this one, and I ordered it. I left it all intact. Now, before I say anything, I am on YouTube Live, and if Sam sees this, I want him to know that I'm fully and 100% aware this is not his fault. In fact, I felt really guilty even saying anything to him at all, but because it is his product, I'd like him to be in the loop of something when it goes wrong. And so this is not his fault. This is not his fault at all. This is totally on the shipping company, and I've already blacked out my important bits of information here. Yeah, I don't want Sam to feel like I'm mad or anything. I'm really not. But see, it says Quad LFO here, and I ordered it last month, and it took a month to get here, and what came in the package was an extra safety valve. And I'm like, in my head, I'm scratching. I'm going, how, what, how? Because that, I could understand goofing up something like, let's say maybe I ordered the dual buffered multiple. The dual buffered multiple is this same size. Like it's the same size as this, so I could understand messing this up. I could also understand the mini ADSR. I could understand the mini mixer. Those are the same size. But the quad VCO is like, it's 2 feet wide. I think it's 60 centimeters. I think. Just looking at it, it's no less than 40. That's for sure. Because the quad VCO, the boards that go on the back are 10 centimeters each. I think, or 8. I don't know. Yo, it's hard to tell over a video. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's really hard. But I wanted to show on camera that this was actually, you're really seeing this. This is a second safety valve. And ironically enough, I didn't trust the shipping of these things. So, oh, mercy heavens. I see it's out of focus. I got it, Scruff. There we go. So the safety valve, this one showed up. I could understand it being like mixed with the other smaller ones. But I'm dead curious how they screwed that one up with this thing. And yeah, it's a big mistake, Spoonie. This is 5 centimeters wide. This is a safety valve. The quad VCO, well, each LFO that goes in the back of it is this wide. And there's 4 of them on the back of a great big panel. And just looking at it, it's as wide as the Arturia BeatStep Pro. And the BeatStep Pro is about 60 centimeters wide. So it's between 45 and 60 centimeters. Substantially bigger than this. Like many times bigger than this. And so I'm not being ugly here, but I'm in my head wondering how in the world did that get messed up, because it says on the packaging, it says on the shipping like printout, quad LFO. This right here on the in plain sight says safety. There's a valve hole and a safety. There's like, this was very obviously a safety valve module. And this is not, again, I'm going to say this yet again, because somebody going to jump on my comments later. This is not Sam's fault. This is 100% like whoever that company is. It just so everybody knows. And I'm not even mad, because I messaged Sam. I'm like, well, do you want me to send it back to you? Because it's still sealed. As you can see, I haven't even opened it for the live stream yet. It's completely sealed. And he's like, what did he say? He's like, no need to send it back for their mess up or whatever. And he ended up emailing the company and like carbon copying me a copy of the email. We're gonna open it up now. And he yeah, noob, I know it, my camera work is shoddy. But yeah, so I told him, I'm like, well, you know, I really appreciate that. That's really cool of you to let me keep it. I mean, I would have shipped it back to him. It's really no issue. But that's an order puller mistake, not your friend. Right, well, calling him my friend might be a stretch, because I don't really know him and he doesn't really know me. I think of him as like, kind of like my UK twin, because we both started in guitar. We're both DIY synthesizing people. We are very different though, vastly different people. It tickles me, because when you get to the channel stuff, he said in one of his that he started out in guitar. Me too. I started when I was a single digit, and I've been playing guitar now for about 30 years. And I moved over to guitar pedals briefly, and then I moved over into synthesis because it was so satisfying and it tickled everything I needed tickled, and I'm addicted to it now heavily. I've so far bought nearly every panel Sam has designed, and I've designed 3. I've put out 1. 2 of them are top secret. I haven't discussed those anywhere. You're hearing it for the first time now. But he did say that I designed modules, and I'm not trying to let that down, because it'd be a shame for him to tell everybody that and then me not actually do it. So I don't want to make a liar out of him. You know, I want to actually stick to it, and having ADHD, you know, sticking to something is, oh my God. Oh, because I said that, by the way, if TikTok stream gets shut down, YouTube on my profile, It can't get shut down. Anyway, I got a sticker. I got a free sticker. Let's go. Time for, yes. Oh, right on. I've already done my preliminary, so I'm going to wait on that for a minute. This sticker is going to go on Wanda. I'm going to do a Wanda stream before long, too. I'm excited, though. I get a second safety module. And look, let me tell you some irony. I bought a second tube in the off chance I screwed up the first one, or maybe it got broken along the way. They both made it intact. And now I have an extra safety valve, so it's like, that's perfect. It works out. Like, it's great. I'm good. I'm down for that. I've already used up this safety valve. So now I got 2 garbage cans, paper and flammable stuff. So now I reused the thumbnail. I cheated. I reused my thumbnail from the literal last live stream and just added Déjà Vu to it. So there's the valve that's going in there. It's literally a carbon copy of that other one. So that we can set to the side. And oh man, the irony. Oh, and look, since you guys have been here last, frame rate is, yeah, I might need to do something about that. That's a shame. My computer, I put in a USB 3.2 hoping it would be fast enough for this overhead camera. It's a proper camera, like I can zoom you guys in and get you in on this module a little better and then focus it. Cool. But yeah, so we're gonna put together this module, and since the last stream I got a bunch of drawers in front of me now. That's so nice. No more resistor flipping. I threw away 97 Ziploc bags that were like those flimsy saran wrap with zipper attached to the top, and I kept about 50 of the good Ziploc bags to tell you just how many deadgum Ziploc bags it took for this. Like, I'm talking about, I'm steadily pulling resistors. I think I'd get every one of them, put the Ziploc bag up, turn around, have to pull that same Ziploc bag, but I got to find it again. So I'm talking Rolodex style resistor hunting. Now I've got drawers for every single resistor value from 1.5 mega ohm all the way down to, believe it or not, don't ask me why, but they actually do, in fact, make one of these 0 ohm resistors. I don't know why there's a 0 ohm, but there's a 0 ohm. It might as well be a freaking piece of wire. I'm just saying. Focus. There we go. Don't know why there's a 0 ohm, but you know, I kept it for the humor. I thought, why not? I could have just used a piece of wire. Or maybe it's got just enough resistance that it's more than a piece of wire. Anybody know? You're losing frames on all the cameras now. Is it really that bad? You know what? Hold on. Does that help any? If that doesn't, if I gotta start restarting the front, I don't really want to restart the build, but I mean, not build, but if I've got to restart the stream, I will. That's kind of a emotional damage, but you know, what can you do? I think that's correct. It looks correct. Maybe 5. Oh man. How's the face cam? The face cam looks okay. You think it's my actual camera? I can swap that really quick. I'll tell you what, that's I don't want to make it painful to watch. Let's fix that real quick. Hold on. Bear with me one moment. These things can happen. suck when they do, but in the name of keeping everybody visible, I'm gonna do away with this camera and see if maybe that'll help. And then we'll move the side cam. Bear with me, nobody's losing anything yet. Alrighty, so what do we got now? Side cams can go back on. We'll stretch that out. That goes down here. Fade over. Are we live and direct again? Are we back? Are we back in business? And disable studio mode. Are you sure? Is that fixed? Are we back in action? I'm gonna give it a second because I don't want to, like I said, I want to make it enjoyable. I'd rather not just go on building. I'm waving my hand for the sake of stream. It looks good on my screen, on my camera on my computer. It looks all right, but the actual camera was lagging. That camera was lagging. Maybe I need a third webcam and not like a camera. How's it going? Is it looking all right now? I know I've got the chat delay set to normal latency so that there's better picture. I'm sorry, it's always something. It's always something. It's always something on live. Try disabling preview. Deactivate. Oh, activate. Whoops. Oh my god. Let me turn off studio mode. Still a bit skippy. How about now? Is that better? Studio mode is off. I really need a better computer. I wish I could afford stuff. This whole poverty thing is for the birds. if it don't get any better, Lord have mercy, that's so bad. Tell you what, let me try something. We should be back. That's so. I'm telling you, there is no live stream without technical issues. That is the truth, Spoon. I'm telling you. Very laggy. I restarted the stream. It should be back, and hopefully it's trying. Well, you know, I blame 10-year-old computer, and I'm about to be no computer in this mug because it's going to get a fist. I just want to build and it not give me problems. Somebody send me a supercomputer. Like a real one, not a flashy badge. Send me a real supercomputer, eh? Lord, I'm telling you. I'm just gonna start putting some solder down because this is emotional damage. I might as well be doing something that's in front of me. Don't breathe the flux. That is not good for your lungs. I'm sorry, you guys. There's always something. I was hoping I was going to be fancy this week and have 3 different cameras. Oh, the fanciness. And I can't even keep it from lagging. I don't know whether to blame my internet or my router or my computer. It's one of the 3. Hey, at least you can see me sort of, right? You get a face cam, so I'm only having to look over my shoulder for chat now. On and off. You know, we're going to use a real on and off switch this time. I didn't realize that I used the on-off on throughout the whole build of every module, basically, until I finally discovered there was a difference in the two that I ordered. I thought I ordered them all the same. I know there's different types of switches. I just thought I ordered them all the same. I did not. I ordered some that were on-off. No, they're on and on. And then there's on-off on. And I didn't know that I had bought the on-off on. I thought I'd bought the on-off. I mean the on-on. Damn it. Ah! You see, it's complicated. All right, so these have got to come off. We'll put them back on in a minute. This is literally the same exact module from the last live stream, only round 2. Fight. And I'm in a better mood. I've been under the weather for like months. Like really, I don't know how to explain that, so I'm not going to. But my tone of voice changes depending on my mood, in case anybody didn't notice that already. Oh wait, that's a double. We need a different switch. That's the double pole, double throw, not the single pole, double throw. Are these the on-off ons? Yep. Dang it, and I bought the wrong one of these too. Emotional damage. The audio is butter, so it's the computer trying to process too much video. Fair. That is completely fair. My computer is running on a GeForce GTX 660 Ti. Old, ancient dinosaur. It's hanging in there. Barely. So now guess what's the fun bit? I'm going to try something. The resistor that I put in here for the LED, I'm going to leave. They could have formed an alliance against you, I swear. The LED uses a 1K ohm to ground right here. We're going to use the 1K ohm and see if the LED is still just as dim on this module as the other module. Sam's module uses a red LED. I was using a green. Green does take more power. So I might switch that 1K resistor down to 510. That's the closest to half I've got. And I know this because I've got a whole drawer of resistors. Let's go. There's no point in putting a 1K when I know it's going to be the same brightness. I'm going to put in a 510 right now. And I can just reach over and grab that. That's so nice. I don't even have to find it. Do you know how amazing that feels? That feels so amazing. I can just reach over, and I need a 470K. Roger, let's reach over and grab one of these 470Ks. This is going to be a fast build. I can feel it in my bones. I don't have to resistor dig anymore. I'm going to have to capacitor dig, but that's not quite as bad because I've got a segregated tray. We need 100K. That's right in front of us because I got 1,000 of them besses. Grab one of them out. And we're just going to go down the board. We don't even have to hunt and peck. You got to run. Talk to you later. That's fine. I appreciate it. You have a great day. I'm going to be in here for a minute. You need a 1 meg, no problem. Reach over and grab a 1 meg. Look at us go. We have not paused to find a fucking resistor yet. I'm so in love with this. Best money I've ever spent. That's worth every penny. 220K. That's right there. We could just reach over there and grab that one. No problem. Now I see what you bigwigs off the bed. Good night, Mr. Egg Cake. I appreciate you stopping by. I see what the bigwigs enjoy so much about having drawers. There's no more hunting. It's straight to it. 10K. That's in front of us. We can just reach forward and go to victory. Oh my God. No more hunting. No more hunting resistors. I'm in love. Dopamine rush. We need another 10K. Well, that's right in front of us. That is so best investment ever. that was worth it. I don't even know what I gave up, but I gave up something. We need a 470 ohm, which would be right here. Easy peasy. I swear this has got to be the fastest I've ever put resistors in a board. Mainly due to the fact that I don't have to find them. I can just reach and go, this is what I need right here. I need all of this. And resistance is no longer futile. Why did I do this sooner? Because I was broke. Try living off of $700 a month with 2 kids. Oh my God. That's oof. It takes a hot minute. I had to save up for this one for a while. 27 ohms. Do we even have a 27 ohms? We do. Wow. That's impressive. I don't even know how that's possible, but we have a 27 ohm. And judging by the fact that I haven't used any of them, I would say that I probably didn't find it on the other. Hi, Ivy. Welcome aboard. Hey, I know you. I had to look at your profile picture. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna have to remember names and faces one of these days. Get me a Rolodex of people's faces with their names next to it. I'm so bad with names. Actually, the only people that I'm good with names are people who I've never seen their face, so I have no choice. 10K. So easy. We need a 10 ohm now. Wait, no, that is a 10 ohm. What did I put a 10K for? Put that back in the 10K drawer. And we go up here to the 10 ohm drawer. I'm bad. Yeah, I don't know what it is about names and faces, but I can't put the two together very often. Unless I do something, like I make a rhyme up, or maybe think about something that that person does frequently. Like Static Killer, I recognized their name, but it took me, I had to still look at their profile picture, and I recognized them because they send me a lot of funny videos. Useful ones too, actually. Some pretty interesting mental health ones that I enjoy. And because we follow some of the same people half the time, I've already seen the videos that my friends send me. It's great, I love it. I'm like, right on, we are on the same wavelength. Look at this. Is this really all the resistors done that fast? Did we world record that resistor? Yo, we did. We missed one though. We missed 100K and a 47. But we still don't have to hunt for those. We know where they're at. I believe that is like a record for me in resistor placement. Not a world record, but you know, it's a record for me. 47K should be over here in about this row. Let's go. Yep. I love it. So I'm making a secondary safety valve. They sent me the wrong one, and so I'm putting it in, putting it together. I asked Sam if he wanted it back. He said no, that was their mistake. Don't worry about it. Just keep it. Seems a waste to send it back. And I was like, yo, that is so cool. Bet I shall put it together and use it. It will not be. It's not going to waste. I would have bought a second one. I actually had a second valve in case the first valve didn't work out. And so I get to put this together today because I don't have to wait on valves. Like, how about that? So it worked. Everything worked out, you know. Always good. Not everything works out for me, and that's okay, you know. It'd be like that sometimes. But this was so cool because it's like, now I can put distortion on 2 different things. Like I can put some distortion on a drone while putting distortion on melody. That's gonna be cool. Because before I could only choose one. I had to choose. But now I've got 2 of them. I can put one on melody and one like on my drones. And that was one of the main reasons why my module, the one I designed, has no tuner in it. See, Sam's performance modules, it has an Arduino tuner in it, so you can make sure that all of your oscillators, all your VCOs are in tune, you know, at a glance. If you want, really, you don't have to tune them by visual, you can tune them by ear. But anyway, when I designed it, I could have used the schematic that, because he's got it posted, to use the Arduino tuner on it, and I could have added the little display screen, but I was trying to constrain 5 oscillators, which is already a lot, into one module that was only 20 centimeters wide by 20 centimeters tall, without compromising the design that I was going for. And I was going for a modular module, so that if I wanted to put that oscillator in a different project and not limit it to a synthesizer rack, it could do it without having to redesign it. You could literally just drop it in to a different thing and it would work just fine. The only thing that makes it a Kosmo module is the face panel, in other words. And so you replace the face panel, boom, you got a whole different type of oscillator format you could work with. That was the idea behind that design. So all of the designs that I've been working on behind the scenes are modular modules. And that is actually a little bit trickier to do, I feel like, than it would have been just to design it straight up, because I could have put all of the circuitry like on the back of the face panel or something like that and saved on a PCB. But that big VCO has 16 PCBs in it, because there's 5 jack boards, 5 knob boards, and 5 VCO boards and a face panel. It was quite a big knob, and I got to reflow some of this solder. I'm gonna put the solder to it. What am I getting? Solder. That's gonna make somebody mad. Solder. It has an L in it, so it's gonna solder. We're gonna call it solder. Put some solder. A little bit of solder. Oh, don't hit me. Anyway, I'll probably lose like 5 subscribers over that one. It's not called solder. It's called solder. I know. People get mad over the weirdest things. Like, I said a swear word in one of my videos and somebody said, "You can't do that." I'm like, the fuck I can't? I can swear all I want to, damn it. I'm over 18. Kinda. I'm physically over 18. I mean, I might not mentally be over 18. Oh, oops. Keep all the resistor leads on the table. Anyway, this is literally the fastest I think I've ever managed to put resistors in a board before. So I'm gonna have to celebrate that. And we switched out the resistor for a 510, right? Don't want to get stabbed. There's 2 of those cheap resistor legs. I guarantee they came off of a 1%. I accidentally bought 1% tolerance resistors, and not that that was... Oh, and I got easy peasy drawers for these. Just grab one, I love it. Just boop, 10 nanofarad. I need a 47 nanofarad. Wait, 47 nanofarad? That means I've got to break out this one. And 47 nanofarad is a 473, which is one of these. Making sure it's 473. Like I've grabbed the wrong one before. Spread them legs a little bit so they don't fall back out. I need 100 nanofarad. That's a 104. Pop that in now. Oh, it's going so nice and smooth. That means something's gonna go wrong later. What am I getting? And we need 10 UF, and we can put that right there. 10 UF. Cause I'm blue and I'm a tin. These are blue capacitors. Normally they're like either silver or black, and these are blue. It's just fascinating because they're like shiny, they're like metallic. The 1 UF, yeah, see, they're normally like this, and then the 10 ones are blue. It's really cool. I don't know. I don't know why, but these components always are fun to watch and look at, and that's why I still do a lot of analog and through-hole stuff instead of SMD and SMT. I'd like to still enjoy the visuals. Let's put them in. I've been debating on a new design. I don't know how many of you guys have worked with digital potentiometers before, but judging from what I'm seeing, if I wanted to get a 1024 step resolution digital potentiometer, that's about 650 times 5 of them, and then I would need a reference potentiometer. And I'm thinking if I were to put an Arduino tuner on the output of each of the 5 oscillators, use the output to tell what the tune is, and that way I can sync all 5 tunings with one knob using an Arduino by gauging the tuning of the output of each oscillator, referencing it back to the main tune, and then using the digital potentiometer under reference of the output to set the actual frequency. I wonder how well that would work. It's been discussed before how to synchronize multiple oscillators with one knob, but I'm thinking that is a really good way to go, because a digital potentiometer uses a reference. So what you could do is an Arduino could gauge the tuning of the output of the oscillator. If it's not what it needs to be, then it could adjust the reference in order to achieve the right tuning. So the goal would be tuning it rather than a certain voltage or whatever. Food for thought. I even wrote down, I don't have it readily on hand. Let's see, it's the AD5231 BRUZ 100, and that's because that's the 100K, the 100K digital potentiometer. But anyway, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Now this calls for a TLO72, which I have one plugged into a socket already because I was messing around with measurements. Look at that, ready to go, socketed and ready to solder. Solder. Let's go. Boo-doo-boo. Pop that in. That is like the easiest, quickest. Oh no. Oh no. Why does that have solder over the top of it? That's not supposed to be like that. That's not good. That was a goof. I better pull that one out and straighten that leg. That leg definitely got bent. These boards are so fun to put together though. If you've never put together a synthesizer module, these are definitely fun to put together. There's not much to them in terms of components, but they do a lot. Like, you get a lot out of them. And I have not even scratched the surface of playing on them yet. I've been busy. Like, I'm a full-time parent, so anybody that doesn't know, I literally just dropped my kids off today, and then I had to unwind from that. So, yeah, being a parent by myself, that's a lot. Need one of these 10-pin box headers. Boop. And this is the one we got to do the funky grip on in order to keep it from falling, because it's a weird height. So we get the good grip going, get our solder bead. Let's go. I can't wait to play. I'm going to play on this synthesizer this week. I don't know, I've never had a lot of interest in the synthesis live streams, so I stopped doing them. People were interested in the videos of it, so I stuck to videos. If you guys decide you want me to start playing this synthesizer live again, I might do that. But I don't know, it didn't seem like there was a lot of interest in it when I was doing it, like playing on it live, so I took a break from those, in case you guys were wondering why you haven't seen any videos on it. I've been trying to keep things as interesting as I can, given the circumstances. Often tricky. These pins take forever to heat up. The only drawback about using Euro rack headers, they take forever to heat the pins. But they make a good, they really do make a solid connection, so I'm going to continue designing everything around the headers. And then all of these assemblies, they don't take that long. You just gotta, you almost have to readjust how you solder for those pins, because they're a full, I think they're 0.8 millimeters or yeah, they're pretty big. Well, I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but positive is the round hole, negative is the square hole for an LED, yes? Unless I'm wrong. So, ta-da, and we need to actually bend. This is the tricky LED to put in. You got to round it a little bit so to go down into the hole, and then push these leads down in, or pull them. I'm going to pull them. And again, I lowered the resistance value of this LED because I want to see if I can get it brighter. The LED in the other one is not quite as bright as I would like it to be, and I really think it's because it's a green LED. I don't think it has anything to do with the resistor. It has a 1K resistor on the other one, so this one I put a 510 to double the current going through the LED, and either one of two things are going to happen. Either it'll double the brightness or it'll be a really short experiment. I'm having deja vu about the deja vu module, which means if memory serves, it worked perfect in the deja vu memory of mine, so I think we're good. I will take that as a sign, especially since we're done assembling this thing already, socket inserted and all. Wow, that was fast. Oh, we got to do the pin header. Don't let me forget the pin header. Oh, what am I doing? Where's my pin headers? Here they are. Is it a regular one? Oh, it's a custom size. We'll use one of these then, because I can always clip off of that. There we go. Clip. Ah! Safety squints. This goes in this side because wait. Yes, we have this correct. Okay. Emotion no damage. My memory is shite. We're gonna get it together though. Oh, we're gonna drop it first. I should have known. Wonky donkey. Oh, wonky donkey. He was a wonky donkey. Wonky donkey. I don't know the lyrics to that song, by the way, in case it wasn't immediately obvious. Oh, I don't know the lyrics to all the funny songs. I know the lyrics to serious songs that I really don't want to sing right now. I want to sing No More Fucks to Give. And I don't remember all of the lyrics. That's the only lyric I remember, is he has none left to give. Cool. Now we got to do is put a header to match that on this other board. And I believe we can just trim two of these off. You don't want to cut them too close. Oh, Did I salvage it? I salvaged it. That's amazing. Thank you. So we'll plug this header in here, drop this switch here, and that's the wrong side for the switch. This switch goes on the back side here, along with these potentiometers. Let me grab some of these pots that are already done for tomorrow's module. I was going to pull out some fresh ones, and I'm like, bro, there's ones right in your face that you've already kind of messed with a little bit. You could just use it. That's coming together so nice. And I'm gonna, oh mercy, line the switch up. Don't forget the LED. We need a 5mm LED. I almost forgot the LED. Don't ever forget your LEDs. That almost happened. I was so excited, I just, you know, ignored it. Don't need it. Don't need it at all. Why would I want an LED? That hole doesn't need anything in it. It can just be a hole. Alrighty, so I took some of these. That means I gotta use some of these washers and put some nuts on it. Hold them in place for me. Whoops. Dropping everything. Pick them up with your fingers. You can do this for me. Wow, is it really 7? How long have we been at this? Less than an hour? Did it take less time than the first one? I'm hopeful. These can just pop right here. Like so. Like a glove. Like a glove. La da da da. La da da. I'm not going to test it though. I'm going to do a full-fledged synthesizer playthrough, walkthrough, when this modulation station gets here, because at that point I'll have the LFO, a VCO, a VCA, a VCF, and the MIDI interface. So I'll have a full-fledged modular. It just won't be like, the rack won't be completely full or anything, but that's fine. You know, empty rack space is not to be feared. It just, I would like to have all of the aspects of the build like on the synthesizer completed. And because I'm probably gonna have to wait a whole nother month for the modulation station to make it, I don't even know, you know, like half of me wants to spend that time practicing on it, and the other half of me wants to go ahead and do a tour. But then what's the point in doing a tour to have to turn around and do another one? Nobody wants to see the same thing over and over again, right? So I figured one good time would be fine, you know. So I guess we're going to be waiting a little bit longer on the tour. There's not much really to see except for the fact that I've been working on a behind-the-scenes project. There's 18... I'm not even going to tell you. It's really... Wanda doesn't look the same, and Wanda is no longer behind me. Wanda's gone. Wanda is mounted on her permanent home. She is very, very much in a nice spot, fully integrated into the mix and ready to be played properly as soon as I have the time to do so. I'm not sure exactly when that'll be though. Again, I really want to wait to do a tour until the final piece that I don't have an LFO at all. So I would like to have an LFO in the mix before I do the tour, especially since the module I bought is that modulation station. That thing is freaking cool looking. If you've never seen it, it's a 60 centimeter wide or 2 foot wide panel with like 35 knobs and 35 jack sockets and like 12 switches. It's huge. It's really cool too. Like it sounds really cool. There's a preview of it being played on his website. So whenever I get the modulation station built and put in the synthesizer, then I'll do the full-fledged tour and, you know, do a playthrough or something, you know, play some songs for you guys. Because it sounds really, really cool. It's really bassy. It's got a full, nice, rich range to it. And Sam told me in one of his comments he uses 3... Oh, shoot. I put that LED in completely upside down. Dang it. That's tragic. Golly, that's tragic. Hey there, just stopped by to show some support. Hey! What's up? Lobos. Hey, Lobo Spark! Hey, right on. I appreciate that. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm just looking at some of your videos not even about an hour and a half ago, right before I got on here, actually. You are frequently in my For You page. I enjoy your videos as well. Every time they swing through, I hit that. That's almost the first thing I do is I'll hit the like first and then watch it, because I already know it's going to be some inspirational shit. And I mean that in a good way. I don't mean like in a bad way. But I'm actually having to reverse engineer this module. I got in such an excited hurry that I put the LED on the wrong side. Oh, it happens. Yeah, and I feel that on the jumping in and out thing. Usually I always have a habit of jumping in somebody's live stream and then immediately something happens and I got to get off. My friend Scruff Dog was doing a drone stream earlier today, and I got to hang out for pretty much all the way up until time to take off. And then my ex texted me and said, hey, I'm ready for the kids. And I'm like, oh, crap, I got to go. So I basically missed the entire flight. And I get back, and it's like, everybody's like, all right, see you guys next time. And I'm like, I'm back. You missed everything, though. Oh, freaking A. And I got to get a new LED. That one's, I kind of went savage on that. It'll be amazing. Right. I was married twice, but the first one we just didn't get along, and she was recently diagnosed with the same stuff as me, and I would go, I wonder why all of my partners seem to be this way. It's almost like we're attracted to our own. How about that? Go figure. Who would have thought? Not me. Never in a million years. Is that how you do sarcasm? Did I get that right? I don't know how sarcasm's supposed to be done. I hope I got it right. Anyway, we got plenty of LEDs, so there's no issues on that goof we just made, like it never happened. Do like I do in guitar. When I make a mistake, that's just part of it, you know. I just gonna keep on rolling. And I've pulled out a camera frame to tighten those leads down, so pardon that off-frameness. Scent fire. I appreciate that. That is really cool. I do like fire. My friend Scruff Dog actually did a woofle. He has this thing called a woofler, and it's a pyrotechnic's best friend. It sends out a bunch of like foamy, flammable liquid, and it goes up in a ball of fire. In case you've never seen one, they're on the YouTube side of things. His channel is literally Scruff Dog. He does like drone overhead flights and camping tips and all around good chillness. Actually, I think they're still in chat. Oh, chat is a bit quiet. That means they're either very, very, or maybe I've bored them to sleep. One of the two. So we've got this module put together. Let's put the tube in it. We're now ready to put the valve in it. Boop. This was so convenient that that goes in the paper. They sent me the same module twice, and I just happened to have the parts for it because I bought an extra tube expecting me to accidentally break something or it to go wrong. So I have conveniently an extra tube. You're chilling? I felt that. I figured you were probably chilling. Not a whole lot to say whenever I'm just over here rambling to myself. And just like the last time, I did solder in the valve. I'm not going to do that on this one. Hold on. I'm going to walk away from my camera for a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the power off the back of the other safety valve and plug it in and see if it works. Cool. All right. And I got to output something. Bear with me. I'll be back in 1/2 a tick. I want to test the LED on it, so I got to find an output of something. Find it resonant. Oh yeah, that's much brighter. All right, so that one versus this other side. Where are we at? Yo, why is it so much dimmer over here? That's wild. So, okay, the new module, for those of you who are like still there listening, the new module is actually substantially brighter. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead, and since this LED is that much brighter and I like the look of it better, I'm going to go ahead and solder this tube into place because I have a lot of vibration here. I don't want this thing coming detached later. So because of how good this module's built, I'm not going to do it the same way as the other one where I literally like aggressively soldered every pin. I'm just going to put in 2 pins, but I really don't want it to vibrate loose. So this is officially assembled and ready to go. The LED is much brighter, so if you're using a green LED on the safety valve, I would recommend dropping it from a 1K to a 510 is what I used, just for the sake of brightness if you want to see it. I want to see it. So I dropped the resistance in half. I'm going to grab my screwdriver and I'm going to go grab the other safety valve off the rack. Actually, let me clip these before I forget, because I'll forget those. Safety squints. Let me go grab the other safety valve. 1 moment, please. 1 moment, please. Luckily, it's just 4 screws, and they're only 6 mil screws, so there's not really a lot to take out. And because I'm not working on the rack is no longer out in the middle anymore, it doesn't jiggle, which makes it really easy to remove modules without the whole thing jiggling. So here's the other safety valve. And I left the knobs off so I knew which one has the 1K resistor. I don't have to do anything but change that resistor, which is this one. Let me double check that. Okay, it is It is in fact that one. So yeah, we're changing this one from a 1K to the 500. See if I can get down in there without taking it apart. Head's coming into frame. Oh, maybe. We could pull it from the top. We could pull this side from the top, I think. Ah, almost. Come on, one more. There we go. I am so excited about having this extra module. I'm mildly, not gonna lie, I'm mildly disappointed that I didn't get to put the modulation station together today. I've got all the components for it. All the LFO chips made it like last week or week before last. All of the extra resistors and knobs made it in that I needed. All the keycaps made it in. Like, at this point, right when I build it, I might actually need to get some more TRS jack sockets and possibly, yeah, possibly some more keycap covers, like some knob covers. I don't know yet. This seems a bit wonky donkey. Why is this wonky donkey? Weird. But they're angled. Fascinating. Anyway, alright, so we're going to put a 510. I need to clear that hole out. It's still got a little solder in that hole. It's in the way. Some solder. Some solder. Boop. Did we clear it? Did we clear the hole? I think we did. Yeah, I see through some of it. This other one needs to be clear. I'll tell you. There we go. That felt good. That felt like a proper. Yeah, I can see through that now. Let's get another one of these 510s out. I did use a 510. Right? Did we use a 560? Yeah. I almost want to use a 470, but I don't want to push it too far and end up blowing a LED. Because if I blow the LED, it's harder to replace than just this resistor. Although, it's DIY, what does it matter? I just put it back together. Alright, so we've replaced this LED resistor, and now I know it'll be brighter. I don't even have to guess, because that's what we went ahead and started off with that on the other one. And now, let's see how. I almost want to play it for you guys. It's good to see you here. Thank you. I appreciate that. I thought it turned out pretty cool. I'm digging on it. Got the swish going. Had the swish going. It was doing the thingy this morning. I went out and toughed out Sam's. Coffee has gone out of sight. It cost me $28 to get one bag of coffee beans and one pump creamer. $28. Like, get out of town. That's expensive. That's horrendously expensive. WTF. Alright, so this module is actually already been done. This is the accidental double knob. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and finish tightening these down. Make sure everything's tight, and then I'll put the keycaps on it. Or the knob caps, I should say. Try to duplicate. I don't want to use up the shop. I bought some fancy knobs. These are the fancy knobs for the modulation station, and I don't want to like use these up. I want to use. I've got some. I've got these ones, the I'll just hold this module up. I've got these ones instead, and I'd rather use those. I'd rather use the rest of those up, especially since it's the same exact module. Sam, it's not your fault. I know it's not, but I'm laughing so hard because whoever pulled this shipment was asleep that day. This thing is, the modulation station is so huge that this mistake is like something I'm gonna laugh about for a while. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry that I find it humorous, because the modulation station, let me show you. Let me bring it up for the live stream. Let me go. Oops. If you can see, you'll probably see modulation station. All right. What does YouTube show? Does YouTube show the upgraded screen, or is it still lagging? It's probably really laggy. Does it? I'm gonna give it a second. I don't trust it. Yeah, cool. Look at this modulation station. Look at that. How do you how do you have fun? Peace. Take care. I appreciate you stopping by. Look at this thing. It's huge. There's 6 panels. It's huge. It doesn't even say how big it is, but it is huge. These are like 10 centimeters each. Big Bertha Bessie. I'm going to switch back over to OBS, their screen record. That's why I had studio mode, so I could transition and not just shock you guys with it. But anyway, so these 2 Kosmo modules are now built, and they look like something. I'm gonna get banned for that. Yes, but anyway, the modulation station is a $61 module, where I just saw that. I didn't realize it started showing it in USD. It was showing it in British pounds. So it's a $61 module, and the safety valve is like not that much. How much is the safety valve? The safety valve PCB is only $29. But that's still like, that means Sam is now out the sale of a he's gonna, that they literally basically gave this to me, which means they're gonna have to order a whole new set of PCBs to replace this. That's 3 PCBs, which means at the very minimum you'd want to buy a set of 5 or 10, you know. So I feel kind of bad, because it's like, you know, you lose out on that money. And I'm trying to buy these to support your museum and your work and everything. And I guess since I'm done building it, I can blow my face up a little bit so you guys can see me. See me a little bit better. There we go. Just a little bit better. But I feel like, you know, now the person that I was supporting is now out $30, because the modulation station is still gonna, they're still gonna have to either ship that one to me or give me a refund on it, because that's, I mean, that's the wrong module. Not my fault, and it's not Sam's either. I keep saying this because commenters don't care, but yeah. The cool thing is I've got 2 modulation stations. I mean, two safety valves now. So that'll be kind of cool. But I appreciate you guys hanging in there for the live stream. I am going to shut the YouTube side of things down, and tomorrow we'll be working on this. This will be tomorrow's live stream. We'll put this together and test it and see if it works. I don't know if it works. There should be no reason why it shouldn't. Like it ought to turn right on. You never know. If it works, I've got 10 of them on hand, because I need them. I need one from both of my kids, so that's 2. I know I need one. My dad wanted one. He told me if I get it working, just give him one. I'm like, yeah, sure. That'll be $10.99. Just kidding. I'm not. These are like already available. If anybody didn't know that, by the way, in the description of the live stream for the control module is the files for this control module. If you're on TikTok watching the TikTok live stream and you want a copy of these LED control modules, they're 4 RGB LEDs, like just basic RGB strips, and you can make your own connector up for them and everything like that. That's what I did here. Those are on my shared works in the link tree, and that's on my profile. So if you want the PCB files and everything, that's free on shared works, and that's on Linktree. So yeah, heck yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out and building the Déjà Voodoo. We now have 2 of these. I swear, I'm gonna put them side by side because that's what they look like. They look like that or eyeballs. Anyway, you guys have a great evening. The live stream is coming to an end on YouTube. TikTok will take just a second, so I will sign off there separately. But I appreciate you guys chilling, and I will see you tomorrow about 3 p.m. Central Time for the RGB. So, until next time, awkward pause.